As a game with one developer, Geometry Dash should be sealed like a tight hole, with leaks being a rare and practically impossible occasion. However, as time has proven again and again, that is simply not the case, with almost every version having at least one leftover from an upcoming update. In this video, we are going to have a look at unfinished beta versions of RobTop levels, left in earlier versions of the game. Let's start with Electrodynamix. I honestly didn't even expect to find this level because the version of Geometry Dash Lite where it was found came out on the exact same day as the final version of the update. With that said, it actually gives us an interesting insight into the progression of RobTop's level building process, as instead of having all of the gameplay and decorations built at once, the level actually turns into a layout midway through. That being said, the layout is mostly complete apart from a few ship parts and other minor changes. Next up we have a level that many of you have likely never seen. This is Time Machine. Sort of. And also Cycles and X-Step. Let me explain. You see, even though the last level to officially be added in Geometry Dash 1.0 was Jumper, RobTop had already decided on all the songs for main levels up to X-Step. And since the levels had not been built yet, they were replaced with this placeholder level. Electrodynamix isn't the only beta level to have been leaked in its own update though. Hexagon Force survived the same fate. In fact, if it was up to Rob, we would have had 2 Hexagon Forces. You see, when RobTop was getting ready to record the sneak peek, he decided to put the current version of the level into his development build of the game. However, due to a simple mistake, instead of updating Hexagon Force, he accidentally replaced the latter half of Cycles. Yes, that's really what happened. I guess that truly makes it the only official level mix. When he noticed his mistake, he made a backup of the file and corrected it. This backup was left in the final build of 1.8 though. Also, I feel obliged to mention that this version of the level used beta blocks that didn't make it into the final update, and as such I've had to use a script to replace these blocks. This means that there might be some mistakes and differences that RobTop didn't actually build in. Just for fun, here's an no-clip gameplay of the abomination that I call Cycles Force. Alright, I've promised you Time Machine, here's Time Machine. This beta version was found in Geometry Dash 1.02 for Android, which was released about a week before Geometry Dash 1.1 to fix a crash preventing players from changing the background color. And since it was so close to 1.1's release, many of the new 1.1 features were already hidden in the code, including a part of the new main level itself.
This is a time machine.
Alright, it's time for the last quote-unquote old level that I can show you, and that's Cycles. Found in a version of Geometry Dash Lite compiled only 4 days before the full 1.2 update. This beta version doesn't deviate from the trend we've seen so far. It cuts off right after the first ball, and the design of said part is very different. Everything before that seems to be final though, except for a few alignment changes. Worthy of mention are also the 2 beta versions of Jumper that were found on the Geometry Dash beta server, but I've already gone into detail about these in my previous video, so I'd recommend you watch that if you are interested. After Hexagon Force, silence hit again. 1.9, 2.0 came by, and we got nothing. Until one day we struck a goldmine. After a year of waiting for any sort of update, Geometry Dash World has finally released. And with that the entirety of 2.1 got leaked, including the new main level. Fingerdash. This is the first leak that was noticed right at the time it happened, and as such everybody rushed to make videos about it. But what we didn't know at the time was that the events of March 2017 would bring us even more stuff, with RobTop save file getting leaked, along with more than 50 versions of this exact level. And with that we should be done. We got to the latest level. There should be nothing to explore, right? This is the first sneak peek of Geometry Dash 2.2. Having been uploaded in August of 2021, it gained massive traction as it was the first time we officially got a peek at the new main level. However, what most people didn't know was that this level wasn't entirely new information. Because a year prior, on the 30th of August 2020, RobTop uploaded an unlisted level called Dash 008. This is what it looks like when played in Geometry Dash Lite, with placeholder textures.
Geometry Dash.
Before we end this off, I would like to give space to a very important honorary mention. A level that you may have never heard of, because it actually doesn't exist. This is Active, a scrapped level that was never made. It was added in Geometry Dash 1.4 and then promptly removed in Update 1.6, with any remaining leftovers being removed in Update 2.0. The difficulty of this level is unknown as it was directly based on the level number back in the day. As such, it shows up as a 12 star in Update 1.4 and a 13 star in Update 1.5. Not much else is known about this, but 2 different versions of the pulsing data were found, indicating that the song was ready to use in at least some capacity.